Hi Libra, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your relationship reading. This is going to be your you versus them spread. Keep in mind the energies can be swapped around, Libra. I could be speaking directly to you, or I could be speaking directly to a cross watcher, so swap them around to make them fit, and don't cram yourself into a reading that's not meant for you. And this is going to be for any major Libra placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Libra, let's jump right in and see what kind of a message Spirit has for this relationship spread. We're going to kind of ask Spirit how you're currently viewing your person, how the other person is viewing you, whoever you're thinking about. So how is Libra viewing the other person, and how is the other person viewing Libra? We're going to start off with those energies. We're going to start off by using the Illumination Oracle deck. So let's see how you're feeling about your person, Libra. Oh my gosh. Let's see. That was interesting. So I think you've recently maybe gone through an ending or a loss of some sort, or maybe you look at your person as going through an ending or a loss, navigating carefully through some very heavy challenges. This could also be like a death, a rebirth energy. Very interesting. Let's get three more cards out, Libra, because that was not my intention. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think your person's kind of taking a vacation, kind of taking a mental vacation, taking a step back, spending some time in solitude. I do feel your person is going through an illumination of some sort, perhaps even spiritual awakening. And I think they're very emotionally and energetically vulnerable right now, maybe even susceptible to some psychic attacks. That is so weird. I've never gotten that message from these cards. So I think there's a lot of challenges that your person is navigating, and I think they're going into the depths of some deep-seated pain and grief that's recently been illuminated as part of their ancestral lineage, ancestral karma, and maybe your person is tapping into this deeper awareness of their spiritual guides on the other side, and I think they're kind of just taking a break. I don't feel like you're super connected with this person right now. I think that's kind of how you see your person is going through a state of awakening emotional vulnerability and facing some major challenges as all of this kind of comes to the surface. Renewal, healing your heart. So definitely a rebirth of some sort, a review of all of your life energies, a rebirth. So let's see how your person is viewing you, Libra. How is Libra's person viewing them? I think they've left you on red and they know it. I think your person knows you're very loyal. I really do see that. We get the loyalty card, Libra. See how the energy just shifted? Oh, I think you're both really confused right now is kind of what I feel. I think there's been some withholding of communication, withholding of true vulnerable emotions. I think there's been withholding of the fact that maybe one or both of you are hurt, which has created some confusion when it comes to the intimacy level that the two of you share. I think you're both still holding on to each other because there's something there below the surface. And I think your person's kind of really confused right now. And so are you. I kind of feel like you've been trying to read between the lines, trying to figure things out, trying to get that clarity. Is this person loyal? There is loyalty there, but it's almost like this big wedge between you. I think like a huge coldness, like ghosting, coldness. And I think this has been like deeply emotional. I think your person knows that they've hurt you by kind of leaving you on red. And I think they know that you're going through a transformation yourself. And maybe there's some double loyalty here, but I feel something's been wedged between you when it comes to creating this intimacy that I think you deeply desire, Libra. And I think you're holding on. You see the growth. You know that there's still something there. I think you're both on the right path, and maybe walking away from each other was what was needed in order to really close out all of these past cycles. Maybe the two of you deeply triggered some core wounds, a lot of emotional vulnerability, and maybe one or both of you weren't ready to handle that, and it's created a lot of confusion. But I do think you're on the right path, and sometimes we got to walk away and go learn our lessons separately before coming back together. But I feel two people that are kind of like still holding on to one another. So let's go a little bit deeper, Libra, with the wisdom of the Oracle deck. Oh, that was a terrible, terrible bridge. And we'll see what needs to come through with this deck. Side note, breathe. You guys are closing out a major karmic cycle with that 29. And I think somebody is preparing to come out of hermit mode. Feels like the hermit. Somebody's definitely in the throes of processing a lot of deep hurt. A lot of deep hurt. And maybe this doesn't have anything to do with you, Libra. Maybe you were just the trigger. But there's a new life coming. There is a new cycle in love coming. And I don't think you're ready yet to take that leap of faith. It's kind of like you're in between worlds. Kind of like when you awaken and you tap into all of this higher energy, future potentials. You kind of got to go back into the past and understand the lessons. And it's kind of like you got to dance through the sifting through all of the past baggage, all of the past karma. I do feel a deep past life connection here before you can fully step into this new cycle. So I think you've both been thinking about the potential that this could bring forward. And clarity is going to be coming. But let's see what else needs to come through, Libra. On your end, observe. Be the observer card. So I think this is kind of where you're being asked to be at right now. Be patient, be that observer, and kind of just be poised. Be that pillar, be that strength. And yeah, definitely know that blessings are coming. Blessings are coming. This was to get both of you to go into a core abandonment wound of some sort. A childhood wound, a childhood pattern. Blessings are trying to come in. So you're being asked to just trust. Go through this grieving process and be willing to come to the edge and take that leap of faith and trust. Maybe it's your job to manifest your best life right now while you wait for your person to go through this transformation and really tap into your imaginative capabilities. This is kind of in alignment with your I Am Enough reading, so you might want to check that out, Libra. Because this is a deep spiritual soulmate connection, a kindred partnership, a life partnership. And I think you're both going through this deep evaluation of what's not meant for me. And, you know, integrating your shadow and your light self. There's good fortune when you meet in the middle. But right now, I think the beginning stages of this relationship was rooted in a negative karmic cycle, a spiral that just wasn't working. And this is a huge lesson in rebalancing your inner masculine and feminine energies. I think you knew you had to walk away in order for the tower to fall, in order for both of you to be able to come back and be completely authentic with one another. There is a lot of love here, Libra. So let's get 3 cards on your person's end. Oh, I just saw Yang. Let's get 3 cards on your person's end. Yin. Milk and honey. Imagination. Definitely an activation. I think your person's kind of waiting to take action. I did notice the Yang on the bottom of the deck previously, although it didn't come out. So I think your person's learning how to integrate their own feminine aspects. And this is like the activation towards these rainbow blessings. So your person's also imagining what their best life would look like. And, you know, releasing all of these patterns is kind of what I feel. I kind of feel this mirroring energy going on here. Very interesting. I've not had a reading like this yet with the You versus Them series. So although there's some challenges and some cycles needing to be addressed when it comes to negative patterns, there's loyalty here, Libra. There's a lot of love here. This is your person. And maybe there's a need to talk about all of this hurt because there's definitely going to be a regeneration, something coming back from the dead, and it's not going to be the way it was the first time around, Libra, because you're both learning these relationship patterns, why you do the things that you do, why you choose the people that you do, and breaking free from this cycle. So yeah, I think there's been some chaos, some conflict, and some power struggles, but huge lesson in building solid foundations. And I do think that you'll be able to build a solid foundation after a period of purging and cleansing your life and healing these inner child abandonment issues. I think you triggered each other, Libra. So let's jump in with the tarot. Very interesting reading. And let's keep going. Yeah, a lot of illumination of what needs to be walked away from in order for this wish to come to fruition. I think this is what you both wished for. And a lot is being illuminated on both ends is kind of what I'm feeling. So let's get a few more cards and see how you're perceiving your person with the tarot. How is Libra perceiving their person with the tarot? Oh my God, you know this is your person. Wow, this is, I gotta say it, this is feeling like a divine counterpart. That's how you see your person. That's my person. That's my emperor. That's Big Daddy. That's my daddy. And I think you're manifesting an apology is kind of what I feel. You could be dealing with an Aries, a Gemini, or a Virgo, but I think you're trying to manifest communication. Let's talk about this, because I know you're my person, and I know that you are a very wonderful masculine energy. You're a provider. You can do the right thing. I know you're going through a transformation, but I know when you come out the other side, you're going to rise and you're going to be the master of all of these energies. And maybe you view your person as like a magician. Maybe in the past there was some manipulation, because I think maybe your person sat on the fence. They weren't sure if they were ready to put the work into this to build that foundation. 8, 2 equals 10. I do think this was part of like a spiritual activation. I think you both kind of activated some life force energy in each other. And sometimes when we do that, the energy is so intense it kind of has to separate. And this was definitely a fated, destined connection. Things are going to be moving forward very soon. Very soon, Libra. Beautiful energies. All right, let's see what needs to come through in your person's and Libra. We'll see how your person is viewing you. They're definitely gaining a different perspective on this situation. They're definitely, you know, suspended in time, learning a valuable lesson. Big changes. They see you as, you know, wanting that new beginning. But there's definitely needing to be a conversation. That tower had to come down. You had to walk away, because there was manipulative behavior. There were secrets here. There was some kind of form of manipulation. So this kind of had to dissipate and crumble to the ground in order for a clean slate. You know, this was rooted in an old cycle, and this all had to dismantle in order to learn these valuable lessons about reciprocity and balance in this situation. So all very positive cards. They're gaining a shift in perspective. I think your person was a little bit manipulative. Maybe they withheld the truth. And in my eyes, withholding the truth is still a form of lying, because it's not being 100% authentic. I think your person was wearing a mask. And they're getting a wake-up call. They're learning a lesson. They're definitely learning a lesson. And I think you'll be able to rebuild on solid ground. You can't build a foundation on sand. It's going to just go under. So this was a big lesson in authenticity, I feel, because I think there's been a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of sleepless nights. There's been a lot of stress, fear, worry, anxiety. And there is going to be a rebalancing here. And I think the doorway is opening up for a union of some sort, but there's going to need to be a conscious release. And I think a heart chakra activation when it comes to this energy. So you could be dealing with a Sag, a Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, definitely a lot of masculine energy, Pisces, Aries, but I think get ready for somebody to maybe send a message. I think it's time to have that conversation is kind of what I'm feeling. So let's keep going, and we're going to get you one last message with the Crystal Stone deck on your end and one on your person's end, and then I will close off the reading with the Archangel Power Tarot cards. So definitely you are going to be able to transcend all of this past life karma. I think this is a very enchanted connection, Libra. And you know that this is your ray of light, and I think it did. It served as a spiritual catalyst in order for you to hit these higher frequencies and to step into something really good, something that you've never had before. So I feel maybe you felt this connection kind of made you feel like a moving target as you cleared all of these spiritual energies that were blocks from this union. But maybe this was about you finding your true purpose on earth. So I think maybe you were very dishonored, and this was where you did the deep innermost healing that you've ever done on your life's journey. So I think this was a connection to really get both of you to explore your hidden depths, to go deep within, you know, the journey of getting that spiritual shovel, digging up all of the past once again, in order to release this prison of, you know, looping round and round in a negative cycle. So I think there's been a lot of indecision. There's been a lot of unsurety. There's also been a lot of desire. And now you're going to construct a foundation on solid grounds, is kind of what I'm feeling. And you needed to kind of take a break because maybe one or both of you were chasing all kinds of shiny things and it was a distraction. So somebody's getting ready to shake off some shallowness is kind of what I'm feeling. And to go into that deep dive with you with emotional vulnerability. And your person is finally understanding that it is about the heart, building from the heart. And maybe in the past, your person was all about sex and didn't want that emotional connection. And they're kind of opening up their heart to a new way of being, really tapping into that Venus feminine aspect from within. So I think your person's temporarily lost themselves, and they're finding the courage and the strength to come in, to love you and to be loved by you. So I think the possibilities are endless, and I think there is a very precious connection here as part of your spiritual journey. So get ready for a major shift. I think somebody's getting a major wake-up call, Libra. So let's see what else needs to come through with the Archangel Power Tarot cards. We're going to get one card on your end, one card on your person's end, and a potential future of this relationship. Yeah, things are going to be moving forward. Solutions are around the corner. I think get ready for some successful compromise. Somebody here is learning self-control and patience and forgiving and learning. So yeah, you know that there's a new beginning coming. So you're kind of just being asked to trust. And the more you surrender, the quicker these delays can come to an end. Definitely this was to get you both to change your direction in life, to be able to have that happiness. And yeah, your person's without a doubt having a heart chakra awakening, getting ready and prepared for this positive new emotional experience. So this will be a fulfilling romantic relationship, and it will be deep and long lasting and bring forward all kinds of spiritual insights. So get ready for a rebalancing of some sort. There's healing here. Temperance came out twice. So there's going to be success. There's going to be healing. There's like these energies alchemizing, and patience is what is needed. So get ready for some forgiveness to come along right shortly, Libra. And that's what I have for you. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.